And thank you very much, and welcome back. We're coming to you live today from Triumph Bank here in Germantown. Santa's out here. Let me see if I can get another shot of Santa over there. We're also streaming this on Facebook. Our sales rep is blocking, he's eclipsing Santa, along with Kathy. Hey, girls, we want to see Santa. Wave, Santa. Ho, ho, ho. There he is. Had to pass an act of Congress to get him to move, though, but there you are. But lots of folks are out here. They've been streaming in all afternoon. We had a bunch of folks coming in with their kids. Saw Barry Marshall and his son coming in, and we just had Jake and his buddy Wolfman, and Jake brought his two daughters in. Told them they were coming to the bank. They were not thrilled about that idea. Yeah, but once they got here and they saw Santa, it was a little different story. And we've got another guest here sitting here in second. If we adjust that camera so we can, it's got him in the frame. And we've got Will Chase, President and CEO of Triumph Bank. The head guy, as it were, and he is definitely going to be popping up here as soon as I can maneuver. There he is, and welcome to the show.
Thanks, Earle.
Thank you for having us in.
Love the great crowd here today.
There is a great crowd, great spirit in here. You could just feel it when we came in this afternoon. I did a restaurant show for probably 10 years called My Favorite Restaurant. I used to be able to walk into a restaurant, I was getting ready to shoot, and you could really feel the spirit of the place, and then the ones I walked in sometimes were flatlining, and there is a spirit here. Do you feel it when you walk into your branches?
Absolutely. I can't tell if it's because of your radio show or Santa.
It's probably Santa, but it's also your employees too, and there is people smiling here.
Yeah, they have fun when they work here.
Well, and they should, because that also translates out to the customers, and when everybody's happy, it's a happy place.
Correct.
And it should be, because as many people, they go to places and you sit there and go, why do I do business there? Those people are not happy. They're not glad to see me. And you sit there going, in this competitive world, I can't imagine why.
Well, here we really try and take care of our associates, and that if we take care of them, they'll take care of the customers.
And that's exactly right. But I do think it comes from the top down. The leadership has to show the way, and by the way they treat their employees, and say, this is how we treat everybody. And obviously that's what you're doing.
Well, we try. We started out with 15 board members and a couple of 3 employees, and it turned into 14 employees. And we now have, I believe, 147 associates.
When your board outnumbers your employees, that's when you go, we got to grow some more.
That's a great point, but I would not say that on radio.
I do like your motto, let's talk growth, because that really is. And my dad told me when I was a little kid, he said, you've got to either grow or die. There is no standing still. He said it's like a shark. If a shark is not constantly moving forward, he will die. And so you have to continue to do things in a way that makes it what you're doing better every day, and look at new ways of doing what you do.
Oh, that's correct. I've been a career banker. I've been doing this for 40 years now. And so I think we've done a pretty effective job of trying to take really good time-tested principles and then do new things. Part of what we've done this year that's a little bit different, we started a medical professional banking division. Holly Bronson and her group are doing that for us. It's been very productive. We saved them from another bank. They started with us. We've known each other for a number of years, and it's a great relationship. And then we opened a loan production office in Nashville. That operation is headed by Bill Meikle and 6 other people that came from another bank also. And so they have all grown. They now have a full-service bank branch up there. So it's all working out, and I think if you just find really good people and allow them to do what they do well, and we provide capital and processes, and it all works out.
Your background, are you from this area?
I'm a native Memphis. My family actually moved here in 1836.
Wow.
And either we like it a lot, which I do, or nobody else will have us.
Well, there was an old thing they used to write on barns and just old houses that when they left, it was GTT, gone to Texas. And
That is correct.
Which is where I'm from. And I came back, so I started the trend back here, and I've been here 40 years. And I love Memphis. I love Memphis people, and it has seen tremendous growth since I've been here. Look at what's happening downtown in Collierville, Germantown, getting the schools back into the communities was a huge thing, a huge growth factor. And I guess I shouldn't say how old I am on the air, but I'm older than 50, and so I have lived here all my life also, and I feel a tremendous amount of positive momentum going forward. We finance a lot of real estate projects downtown. We have a pretty good handle on what's going on, plus the projects that will be coming online, and we're real excited. It's a great place for young people. Memphis also is something, a lot of people don't know this, it is the number one place for women-owned businesses to start. Start a business
in the U.S.
Wow!
So it's really, we've got a lot of great things going on, and so we're excited to be a part of all of it. You know, when you start in the month in which the national housing market peaked, right before the Great Recession, you sometimes question your decision-making process. But what that allowed us to do was to be able to take some capital, some contacts, relationships with people, be able to hire some great employees, and grow the bank. And we're almost to $800 million in assets today.
Well, a lot of times when you start off at a really bad time, you sit there and go, you know, they say buy low, sell high. We're buying low. That's what you did. You came in during a very low period. But if you're doing things right and you survive that, then, you know, you really are doing something right.
Correct. And so we do a lot of different things. You know, we have a mortgage division that Travis Chapman is in charge of. A little known fact, we do business in 39 states.
Really?
Across the U.S. So out of Collierville, yeah. So it's we have a lot of different little things going on, and we've just been very blessed to be able to grow like we have been able to.
Well, it's growth is good, but controlled growth is even better. I know that you said you opened up a branch in Nashville. I was in Nashville recently, and I think they may be a little ahead of the growth pattern because it is. I mean, it is so, traffic's just awful there, and the price of real estate, as you well know, if you just open a branch, it ain't cheap, and it's a hot market right now. But there's also a lot of businesses that shot over Nashville in favor of Memphis because the economy is a little bit more manageable here than it is in Nashville.
Each one of Nashville and Memphis both have their own great characteristics, and theirs is they're in a really fast growth market. They have 5,000 people moving with Google. Alliance Bernstein, people don't talk about that a lot, is a long-time investment company that's moving its headquarters from Manhattan to Nashville, and I think it's 1,200 jobs or 2,000 jobs that are moving there. But we have great things. You know, we have Mimio's moving here to move their headquarters here. We're the number 2 cargo airport in the world behind Hong Kong. And we have one other thing that people don't understand about transportation sometimes is that there are 5 Class A railroads that come into that terminus into Memphis. There's only one other city in America where that happens. That's Chicago, Illinois.
Wow. I do know that at one time, this is from my good friend Jimmy Ogle, was at one time we had 5 train depots that were operating here.
Mm-hmm, correct.
And that was during the height of World War II. In fact, places like Jim's Place, which used to be right across the street from the Peabody, never closed the entire war. Same thing with the arcade and a lot of places in Memphis. It was a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week town during the war. In fact, when Jim's Place closed to remodel back after the war, they couldn't find a key to lock it up. They had to call a locksmith and get a key made to be able to lock it up. And certainly Memphis has grown since then, and we don't have as many train stations, but we got plenty of trains moving through, then bringing stuff from the Gulf, the East Coast, and the West Coast, all converging on Memphis because it's a distribution center of the United States.
Correct.
It's a good place to be, and we're glad you're here, and we're glad that Triumph Bank is here. Will Chase, President, CEO of Triumph Bank, thanks for coming to visit with us.
Thank you, Earl, and I've always wanted to say this, and I knew I had a face made for radio, so thank you very much.
You can be good on TV, too.
Thanks.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. Come on out. Santa is out here, and he's visiting with the kids, and he's actually got a dog, a little bulldog he's getting a request for. So you got a dog, you need to make a request for Santa. This is a dog-friendly bank, so come on. We'll be back.